Okay, hey, how y'all doing? We are back for another episode, season 5, episode 12, 15. Let's go 12. I don't know. It'll be in the title. Anyway, season 5, episode 12 of Black Ink Crew Chicago. Um, so yeah, let's get into it. Lily shows up at the new shop and she is begging for her job back, which okay, that happens every season, so we'll see how that goes. But then I find it interesting that she's talking to Ryan and he says, hey, I don't keep anything for my staff, basically, and he ushers her over to this L-shaped couch where everybody's sitting on, and she has to appeal her case to all his new staff members and the whole new Nine Mag crew, which, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that contrary to the management style that you were trying to get rid of? Because in the old nine mag, everybody had an opinion. Everybody had something to say. Everybody wanted to dictate how you ran your business. So now you're bringing that same business model over to your new nine mag by basically having Lily interview panel style to you and everybody that's working in your new shop. Good luck with that. So he also excuses her, and he gets everybody's opinion on her. Some people think if she's worth the second, third, fourth chance, they see change. Some people, they're not with it. Everybody kind of has a say, says their piece. I don't think he gave an answer, and so I'm assuming Lily's going to end up at the new shop. Yay. Not really. All right. Moving on, and Charmaine and Nick are at a vacation, somewhere at a Motel 6, I'm sure. And she's buttering him up or whatever, so I'm thinking she has something to tell him. And he's like, hey, whatever you have to tell me is not that bad because, hey, you had 2 glasses of champagne, so you can't be pregnant. so that was funny to me. But she took him on this staycation just to break the news to him that her parents are coming to town. And I guess, the last time he met with their parents was a couple episodes back early in the season when her dad told her, like, hey, y'all just shacking up. She just wants a baby. She don't want, nobody wants any obligations. And he was kind of disappointed. And he let her know, like, hey, I done raised a damn fool, which you might be right, Daddy. But Nick lets him know, like, hey, I can handle the pressure. I don't know why you brought me here to tell me that's not that big of a deal. No matter how they feel about it, they're not going to rush me into marrying you. That's the big decision I have to make in my own time, which he is absolutely right about. Moving on. We are at the old nine mag and it's filthy, it's dirty, it needs to be cleaned. Nobody's responsible. Van is sitting around kicking it, maxing and hanging, and his friends are also in the same position. They just sitting around chilling, kicking the shit. Charmaine comes in and she relays the same message, like, hey, we need to clean this place up. We need to do something, basically. And she still ends up picking up trash off the floor. Like, if you can complain, you still ended up doing it. What was the point? But whatever. So a customer walks in and they're looking for Shine. You remember Shine is the white dude with the black flavor that was on last season. He was a guest artist in the shop, and then once all the fights kept breaking out between Evelita, whatever her name, and everybody at the tattoo convention, he decided to quit and just not be with it no more. Well, there's two girls that come in looking for him, and he's not there. So Charmaine is trying to let him down easy, like, hey, Shine's not here. However, we do have some other artists that are available if you would like to talk to somebody else, which was definitely a good answer to try to still make the sale. However, one guy, I don't know his name, didn't bother to learn it. One of Van's artists, she's like, hey, I'm a free spirit, blah, 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 blah. And she was describing the tattoo. And she was like, is this something you have experience with? What's your particular tattooing technique? And he can't answer the questions. All he can, and, she also asked him, hey, where's your portfolio? Let me check out some of your previous work. And he does not even have a tattoo portfolio. But what he does have is an Instagram account. And so he's sitting up there scrolling through his Instagram account, showing him pictures of his work. And, of course, they show us his work on the screen. It's definitely good work, neat work, clean work. However, that is not your most professional pitch to get the job done. So she was like, hey, I'll hold off. It's okay. I'll wait till Shine comes back, or, I'll wait until somebody else comes into the shop. And he's like, hey, stop talking to me about dude, Shine, blah, blah, blah. The celebrity concierge, which is Charmaine, can you escort her out the building? Bitch this, bitch that. And the girls are like, all right, y'all ain't professional enough anyway. Gotta go. So Charmaine breaks this information to Van. And she was like, hey, if, you want me to find some more professional artists, if you want me to find a janitor, let's, to starting point to get this 09 Mac more professional and to attract some customers, I'll help you. Van was like, no, did you help Ryan with his business, which everybody did at some point, but he wants to prove himself as a businessman and show us that he knows how to manage a business. Good luck with that. And that's that. So his ego won't let him get any help. So good luck. All right, we are back from the commercial break, and Four is at the studio, working on his music and whatnot. And some rep on behalf of the WNBA shows up, and she lets him know, like, hey, we love your song, Chi-Town. However, we want to offer you an opportunity to perform a halftime show and to basically, she wanted him to remix his song, Chi-Town, in order to rename it Skytown. I guess that is what the WNBA calls themselves. I guess the Chicago WNBA players call themselves Skytown. So they want him to rewrite his song Chi-Town in order to make it a little toned down for the Skytown, so he could play it at the halftime show at the basketball game. Cool, that's fine. I understand that. Like he said, I'm not super interested in cleaning up my lyrics because I want to kind of keep my music authentic and how I intended for it to be, but it's worth a shot. However, she started, telling him what to change. They want him to kind of take out some of the cuss words and expletives. I think that's the word. Yeah, sure. She wants him to, tone it down, change the wording a little bit, which, okay, that's fine. Make it a little more PG. A lot of songs have, the unedited and the clean versions. Not too bad. But then she starts going on and, he's playing the instrumental and he's kind of freestyling and, freestyling right in the spot. And she tells him, hey, can you add their names to it? He's like, add their names. What you mean? And she was like, at least the starters on the team, can you incorporate their name into the song? And it was just a lie. She was doing way too much and I don't think he want to do it no more, but we'll see how that goes. All right, so we move on, and Lily is having lunch with her mom, and she also confirmed and lets us know that, hey, Ryan hasn't made a decision as to whether she can go back to the shop just yet. So she's just in limbo at this point. So she's talking to her mom, and they're both talking in Spanish, because I don't think her mom speaks any English, if I'm not mistaken. But basically, she just went on and on and on for minutes, complaining about how nobody respects her, and she's tired of being disrespected and blah, 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 and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And her mom, sits there and listens patiently and just sums it up very quickly and lets her know, I get it, I understand, but you cannot solve that with putting your hands on people. Basically is what her mom tells her. She lets us know, like, hey, I'm here, I'm watching the show, and she don't like that she's always getting in fights. What mom wants to see that for their children? Well, what same mom? I say that. But yeah, she says that, and she lets us know that she's still impacted by her dad being killed by the cartel, and that is basically when she started becoming angry, which, if he died when you were a little girl and you big grown at this point, I don't know that that's still a valid reason to still be out here wilding, but I ain't nobody's therapist. Whatever. So we at the old 09 Mag, and everybody's complaining about not having clients and not having the necessities. Van is only worried about kicking it and having a good old gay old time. Gay isn't happy. I ain't calling that man gay. All right, and Brittany and the other girl are walking through, and they're turning their noses up at the shop and how dirty it is. And Charmaine lets them know, like, hey, nobody's taking care of us. We need some stuff done around here. And the girls are running back to Ryan. So I'm assuming Ryan is not going to want to be bothered, as he has said, but we'll see. All right, we are back from yet another commercial break. And Four is kind of undecided about rewriting his song Chi Town to make it more appropriate for Skytown for the WNBA. And he's talking to his manager. And he's kind of, trying to, rapping the revision. And it's whack. It's whack. It's not it. It's kind of like Mary J. Blige singing the God dang, what was y'all know what I'm talking about? The when Mary J. Blige was talking about the sesame seed bun, was it McDonald's? When Mary J. Blige was singing that corny ass song for one of those fast food chains, basically rewriting one of her classic hits, trash. It was like that, like he was just, me and you can go dribble, dribble, other competitors, whatever. It was real whack. It wasn't the move, and he ultimately decided like, hey, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. So he decided not to do it, which is good. If you want to stay true to yourself and you don't want to diminish a brand that you've barely been able to build, that makes sense. You don't have to take every opportunity that's given to you. So smart move. Moving on. So Bella. Bella shows up at Lily's house, and Lily lets her know how the group interview, the panel interview goes, and that she doesn't have an answer. And Bella's like, hey, I was thinking, I was looking forward to you being at the new shop because you were supposed to tattoo me, blah blah blah, whoop de whoop. And Lily was like, hey, all my good tattoo equipment is still at the old shop because I thought I was just gonna come in and move to the new shop. And she lets her know, hey, but if you still want me to tattoo you, I have my shitty equipment that I can use here at the apartment to give you your tattoo. And Bella says, hey, that's fine. You can tattoo me, but only if it's for free. Which, all right, cool. You negotiated a free tattoo. It turned out very cute or whatever. But you said your good tattoo equipment was at the shop. I don't think I want to use your second best, what you described as shitty equipment on me for a tattoo, but that's just me. So yeah, she does the tattoo. It comes out really cute. While people are tattooing, they do these whole epiphanies and life breakthroughs or whatever. And she lets them know, like, hey, if Ryan doesn't give her an answer, she's telling her she's not going to be able to pay her rent and get food. So she may end up having to go back to San Antonio, where she's from, which, she's at this point, she just has to make the best move for her. So we might be losing Lily. Fingers crossed. I'm just saying, because she still taps my nerves, but yeah. And then the tattoo is over and she doesn't wrap it up. And she, you get a tattoo, they wrap it up to keep it sterile because that's definitely open flesh at that point. She does not tie it up, and Bella's hug crying, because she probably fucking drunk as usual, and saying, it's a beautiful tattoo. I love it. My daughter's my life. I would be nothing without her. Yeah, whatever. And then Lily tells her, hey, don't touch it because I don't know where your hands have been. Girl, if you don't wrap that goddamn tattoo, all right, I'll be back. All right, so we are back from yet another break. And Nick and Charmaine are sitting down with her parents, and, they're talking about her life, and we're talking about life or whatever, and Charmaine's talking about herself as usual. And her mom tells her that, yeah, you're definitely growing, basically telling her she's getting fat. Uber rude, but okay, whatever, mom. And then Charmaine asks Nick, what are your plans? What kind of money you make? Are you saving money? And then Charmaine chimes in and says, hey, he better be saving money for a ring, blah, 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 which those are kind of intrusive questions, but all right, let's just go with it. And Charmaine's dad tells Nick that it's time to show some progress, and, just shacking up and booty calling it out ain't really working no more. And Charmaine's just sitting there, I guess basking in the fact that her dad is saying something on her behalf. And he just goes on to let them know, like, hey, Nick, it's time to show some progress. Just from the aspect of, the natural progression of things as life works, and benefits, and who's going to be able to bury him, and, if he dies, who's going to bury you, and all these good things. And Sherman's like, all right, death of this part, we ain't going to put that in our vows. Who's gonna bury who? Da, da, da. That's definitely an important conversation because y'all shacking up for 10 years. Still don't mean you will be willed anything. Don't mean you're gonna be responsible for burying him. And you would assume that you would know better than anybody, who, how you want things to be. But okay, girl, whatever. And Nick kind of voiced the question, and he lets know, like, hey, how am I going to answer that when she's sitting right there? So, Charmaine and her mom excuses herself, and they go to the bathroom, and, her dad is talking more about the same thing. And the dad lets him know, like, hey, Charmaine ain't got, basically saying she ain't got good sense enough to ask her for herself, so I'm going to ask on her behalf. And Nick's like, hey, I'm taking my time and I'm getting around to it. And also just wanted to ask you for your approval prior to. When the dad says, yes, of course, you got that. That's all I was waiting on. Blah, blah, blah. Brittany, moving on. Brittany decides to brief Ryan on all the issues at the old NIMAG. And as I guessed, he don't want nothing to do with it, saying that he's not responsible for it. And, that they don't need to report back to him like he's their daddy. They just need to be thankful that he allowed the shop to stay open. He only left that shop open and didn't close it just so they had a way to work and make money, but he wants nothing to do with it. That is Van's job. They need to take that with Van, which I get it. That is definitely Van's job. Like he said, as long as the check clears every month, it's fine. Ain't no problems. You don't want no smoke, but you're still talking to the people like you've given them, like you the end all be all, but whatever. Let's just take it one step at a time. So yeah, he don't want nothing to do with it. So they're gonna have to take it up with Van, Mr. All I want to do is party and have a good time. So good luck with that. Okay, y'all, just give me a moment. So y'all know when I make these videos, I make it play by play. So I watch the intro and then I pause it and then I watch. I watch it up until the commercial and then I record and then I watch up to the commercial and then I record the rest. I've had the misfortune of learning that Lily is going to be working at the new shop. Okay. Lily's going to be working at the new shop. Ryan and Entourage has decided that Lily is fit. Out of all the people that he cast away into the old shop, Lily, the person who's gotten into the most amount of fights, who has used the most offensive language to the majority of the people in said shops, old and new, is worthy of coming to the new shop. All right, cool. You the boss. What you gotta do? And we learned all this because Lily sashays into the new shop, the old shop, to get her good tattooing equipment that was left there when she assumed she was going to automatically make it to the new shop. And she's over there and she's kind of antagonizing everybody in the shop, saying, hey, you guys thought I was going back to San Antonio, or you guys thought I was leaving for good. However, Ryan's let me into the new shop. Basically just rubbing it in everybody's face that they were not welcome into the new shop and they were cast away to the old shop. And she goes on to let them know, like, hey, just so y'all know, y'all were unwanted. And Ryan basically had no use for you guys, so he just threw y'all down at the old shop. So, nanny boo boo, I'm going to the new shop. Y'all are not, blah, blah, blah. Which is enough to have gotten you slapped. The dog fuck slapped out of you. But nobody touched her. And she didn't touch nobody. So that's progress. Okay. However, the interesting part about this is after Lily talks all this cash shit and lets us know, hey, I'm just petty. I can't help myself. You did all this begging and crying throughout the episode, and I'm going to have to go back to San Antonio because Ryan has to let me back in the new shop and I can't make no money. And you still come in being a cyber fucking bitch, a uber bitch to everybody. But okay, it won't last long. Mark my words. All right. But again, the most interesting part about it is production, is doing the green screen, the confessionals, whatever you want to call them. And they asked Van, hey, but does Lily have a point though? Like, it does kind of seem like everybody that Ryan didn't deem befitting of joining him at the new shop was just cast away at the old shop. Is there some truth to what she's saying? Do you feel that way? And don't know if Van ever answered the way they showed us. He didn't answer. And that could possibly mean one or two things. He doesn't believe it, so he's not going to dignify with an answer, as he did Lily while she was in there talking. He paid her dust. He really didn't say much of anything to her, kept it pushing. Or he's starting to realize, hey, I thought this was a great opportunity, and I thought my homeboy from all these years was looking out for me. However, he's just giving me his sloppy seconds. So we'll see how it goes. I'm willing to believe the latter of the two, but yeah, we'll see. They're going to be going to Miami next week, so we'll see how that happens. Hopefully nobody gets beat up. Rachel will also be in attendance, it looks like, which is vomit. But yeah, so we'll see what happens next week with the shenanigans and the foolery.